Hallie's rolls in the Discord channel.
Oh.
I'm giving you permission in case that ever happens again.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
I think. Okay, yeah. Then I just need to drop
I'm awake, I swear.
that roll on you. Yeah. Okay. So let's try to remember. All right. I'm going to introduce us while we're kicking this back off. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Or yeah, it's still morning. So fuck you. I don't care what time you're watching this. I do. I love you. That was a very aggressive way to start off what is another episode of Slam Banners. Contrary to my past statement, thank you so much for joining us. It means the world to us that you are here watching our show. And I just want your love. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to express it sometimes.
We love you, Steve.
Okay, yep.
Yep, there it is. That didn't take long.
Back in the swing of it, had some coffee, woke up properly. I'm ready for it. As always, I am Steve. I am the keeper for the Slam Banners, which is always my supreme pleasure. And I am joined by the rest of the crew, as always. That's my introduce yourselves with.
Oh. Oh no. Okay, so on my screen, let's go backwards just for the fucking hell of it. So it'd be Aki first.
Oh, this is my punishment for being late. I see.
Now you're catching on to it.
Hi, my name is Aki. I play Jian Kukulu, the initiate in the group. Initiative, I don't know.
No, you had it right. Initiative.
I had it right. Yay. I do art, and that's about it.
Good.
Then it'd be Chris.
Oh, that is not the order I have on here. Hello. I play Magnus. He sees dead people. I mean, he eats dead people.
He is dead people, but yeah, anyway.
Yes.
Dead people, just that.
I play this, and I also play the rapidly wrapping up Small Terrible and Dragonborn, which will become Starfinder. I can't remember.
For a little
We
bit.
decided it was being called, yes. Soon I will be a space android priest. That'll be...
Hell
amazing.
yeah.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
I love it. Oh my gosh. And then Rio, and then Mandy, and then me. Oh, you're muted, Rio.
Oh,
You're
no.
muted.
Oh no.
There
Okay.
you go.
We are.
Hey.
Hi. I'm Rio and I play Erica, the flake of the group. What are we supposed to say?
No, that's
It's
good.
been
That's
a
all
while.
you needed. That's all you needed to
Okay,
say.
cool.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
Conspiracy
Mandy.
theories, confusion.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Now I get it.
Yeah, that was actually in character.
Perfect.
Okay, just make sure there's no more mute situations. Hi, I'm Mandy. I play Tad Morgan, the crooked figure. They're a college dropout who lives in their mom's basement, and they own the titular slam van in which we all drive around doing shady stuff, hunting monsters, catching souls that are running off to who knows where.
I would argue it just looks shady if you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like a clapped out mystery machine with machine guns. What would be worrying about that?
Just 5 very normal people,
Yeah.
for the most part.
Very stable geniuses.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I will come to your house, Steve.
That's fair. That's fair. Yep, that's fair.
A slam van with an arsenal in the back of it. That's not
God.
shady at all.
I love how it just keeps growing an arsenal, but anyway.
You know I have a black market arms dealer like somewhere.
100%.
100%.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm choosing to believe that's you, Hallie, not Vivian.
Yes.
Oh no, I actually hate guns. I hate them.
Okay, good.
But hate. am terrified of them. Vivian, however, has no problems using a shotgun. So that's Vivian. Vivian Beltran the Wronged. I supply the guns and the cash of the operation.
The guns and the money, just like every.
For the armed sugar daddy. Yep.
I did.
Okay.
She will punch you if you say that. She would kick you.
Magnus would never.
Magnus would
I
never.
absolutely would. But Magnus,
Jian probably would.
She won't punch Jian.
Aw, yeah.
Oh, I forgot to let y'all know that Helen made a guest appearance on the Monster of the Week episode that we did yesterday. They went to the Food Puma, and Helen still works there.
she lived.
Oh, she's
She
wonderful.
lived.
Oh my god. I was
Oh,
trying to
God.
explain that entire scenario to someone else. They're like, it was a couple of minutes of Steve yelling at himself through two different characters over an intercom saying, no, fuck you, no, fuck you. And it was magic.
Fuck you, Daryl. I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna skin your fucking hide.
Demon turkey noises in the background.
Anyway, yes, Redneckomancer.
Oh, that's good.
Mm.
I'm stealing that for use. I am writing it down.
Copyright TM.
That's fine.
Writing that one down so that when Daryl comes back, he can introduce himself as Daryl, the Redneckomancer.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. I missed this game. We haven't
I
played
know.
it so long.
It's been a month.
It's been a month, and it's been a crazy month.
It has.
It has been a fucking bonkers nuts month. And I should stop touching my face.
Yes, you should.
Because every time I think about the coronavirus, I touch my face, and I can't help it.
That's the opposite of what you should do.
I understand that.
I mean,
I am
you know.
desperately trying to not do
Instinctually,
it.
you're just like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
terrible,
death.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
All right, so I don't even freaking remember if we made any progress towards that building.
I do not
Yes,
think so.
we were
I think
looking.
we're at.
Yeah,
yeah.
we were looking in the windows and kind of checking out the structure.
Okay, so just
Wait, I remember we were rolling for the whole group and we got a 10 on cool. That's something I wrote down. Because we got a good roll.
kind of just want to give it to you. Because, like, I don't even remember.
No, look at
I'm gonna-
my notes. It says we got a 10 on
I
cool.
love that that's the
I know
only.
that's illegible, but
It's fair. No, that's good. That's good. Okay. All right. Look, I'm just gonna say that y'all are at the building. Maybe you're not inside yet, but all right. So let me refresh the things that I remember. So then maybe I can talk myself back to understanding the game that I wrote. So you are at St. Filbert's Mortuary, Funeral Parlor, and Brewery. You are looking for the body of John Daniels, who you believe, you have good information, is being prepared for burial tomorrow in this warehouse in the back of the complex. You got that information off the interwebs, and the newspaper. I don't think you've
Yes.
talked to anybody else yet. Like, I don't think you've made contact with like any NPCs or anybody that you would talk to about this. If I'm not mistaken, could be
I don't
wrong.
think so.
I
Okay.
think you're correct.
Okay.
We're being sneaky.
Sneaky. Okay. Then all that checks out to me. I'm with it so far.
Yeah.
Our plans were
And
acquired.
you talked to
Plans
Swordfish.
are hacked. Yeah.
Yeah, to
We talked to Swordfish.
Oh,
acquire
man.
Cannot
access to
simply
the building.
call.
Yeah.
I wrote down quite the handle for Swordfish. Wow,
Yes,
that
you
is
did.
a lot of symbols and letters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hacker code.
XX4
It took me
2064.
way
No,
too long to
that's-
remember who Swordfish was. I thought you guys were talking about an actual fucking swordfish.
No.
I'm like, what?
It's a really, really bad reference to a really, really terrible movie.
It
Oh,
is. It's a
dang.
terrible movie.
That's the one with Matthew Lillard in, right? Or is that the other?
And Halle
bad-
Berry, I
Halle
think.
The
Berry,
bad hack
yeah.
film.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. Ah, so good.
Okay.
So bad.
That's the whole point.
All right.
I know.
So, then narratively, y'all have parked the slam van like off down, like, beyond the borders of this property. Come around over in the woods, right? Come around through the woods and back around to the rear of the building. Just to re-describe, it is just like a large, like corrugated iron structure with like the tin roof and everything. Like this is clearly like a work building, not meant to be lived in. But the windows are maybe like 7 feet off the ground. Like this is a corpse processing facility, so they don't necessarily want someone walking their dog to just like walk by and be like, oh man, he is waist deep in that guy's chest. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the windows are higher off the ground to let light in without letting the horrors out.
Yeah. Oh, I get that.
There is a skylight along the roof, like we talked about as well. The garage door off on the roadside, and then like doors in like the main fenced-in area, which is that yellow.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Blue is the road, yellow is the fence. That is where we were. And then green are trees because nature.
Yep.
Yeah. And that little circle we made in purple, that's, I believe, where we
That's the van.
put the slam van.
Yes.
Basically,
Yeah, we parted up the side of the road, and then we
Sneaky.
walked through the trees.
Yep.
Around
To the building. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just look at everybody. I'm just gonna kick this off because I've had a Red Bull. So.
Oh Jesus, we're on that kind of morning.
Woo! Yes.
Oh no.
Because I hit that like weird adrenaline thing yesterday, and then it bottomed out after the game, and then I hit a second. Anyways, okay, so we need to get in. We can try to get in through the door. We can go through the roof, or we can try to get in through the windows. Anyone have a preference?
So Swordfish turned off the alarm. Is that right? That was the whole
Yes.
thing. So we're not going
Mhm.
to be on cameras or whatever.
I'm glad you said that because I totally would have forgotten.
Yeah, no klaxons, no security cams posting our faces on the FBI's most wanted list for poking bodies. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just
Oh,
get like, when you say fence, what are we looking at here? Like, we just need some wire cutters and brute
Yeah,
strength,
we're
or,
talking like chain link here. Like
Oh.
good set of wire cutters will more than get through here.
Yeah. That seems like something we would have thought to bring
Yeah.
for committing a B&E.
I guarantee that Vivian would probably have them. I would feel confident that Vivian was like leaving and was like, oh, let me just grab them bolt cutters.
Oh yeah, she's got like a friggin' tool belt on. It's
Uh-huh.
like,
Oh,
hold on,
God.
I got a claw hammer. That's for good for smashing. Grenade. Nope, don't need that. Not yet. I mean, it is my worst case scenario plan. But however, here you go, and here's a little like bolt cutter thing. So we can, I mean, you can go through the fence. We can try to get through the door. Jian's really flexible and sneaky. Maybe they can
Yeah, so there's no doors on this side. You would
Yeah,
have to
we
go
need
through
to
the
get-
fence and through the door.
balls.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
So
Or
just
through the
windows
like
or
big
skylight.
van door for getting,
That might be a good
Yes.
idea.
which is
Yes.
probably loud.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to like, that goes up.
Grindy, grady noise.
hmm
We can. Yeah, you want to try to go through the fence?
Yeah, let's go through
Sure.
the fence. Maybe like somewhere, like behind the building, so it's not immediately obvious in the morning that someone's come through. Like somewhere like in between the fence and the. I don't know how to mark an area in Roll20, but I'm
Yeah, so if
almost where the arrow is pointing.
you want to make this look like an animal busted through
Well,
the
it's got to
fence.
be yellow. Yellow is the actual fence. So yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
where it meets the building, I guess, because then yeah, if an animal's just like pushed it and bent it out, that's going to be the like.
Oh, this is not the right soundtrack. What the fuck is this? This is in the wrong playlist. Um, I'm trying to be better about it because I remembered that I had all these loaded up during the stream. Okay, anyway, so yes, you can easily like bust open a hole near like between the fence and the building. Like that's honestly probably where it's going to be the weakest too, you know. Honestly, so like I'll even give you that you can cut you can cut this in such a way and push it that it definitely looks like an animal busted through. Like if you cut it from the bottom up and don't like cut out a person-sized walk hole, right? You just kind of like push up a corner of the fence so it looks like an animal found a weak point and just like busted through.
Dug underneath it. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's just kind of peel it up and
crawl through.
Yeah. Cool. So that you can do that, no problem. It's only going to take minutes. And you are through the fence. You're definitely going to have to crawl through this hole. I am sorry for Magnus's suit.
I got a lint roller in the van. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I don't know that that's going to.
All right. So through and then through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the doors are locked. I mean,
Right.
it's in a complex, but they're locked.
While we're kind of sneaking through here, can I read a bad situation?
Absolutely. 100%.
Come on. Oh, see, this is a bad thing for me because I have a -1 in sharp, so let's see how well this goes.
You don't have no, I'm thinking of a different playbook that has read a bad situation with a different.
No, her whole thing is tough, protecting people and kicking ass.
Nice.
Okay. So there's a 6 and a 3 minus 1. It's an 8.
It's an 8. Okay.
It's an 8.
So you get one question, I
get
think?
one hold, yeah. So,
You need that less.
I had one hold, and I did my homework, and I pulled this up. So
excellent.
that's going to be... Okay. How about, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
That's a good one. Okay, so as you come through the fence, and you start trying to get in through the door of the processing facility. I was trying to think of the right word. As you're trying to get through the door of the processing facility and realizing it's locked, you take a look back up towards the main building, and you notice that there is a light on in one of the upper windows, that you couldn't see it until you came around. And you have a better unobstructed view of the main building through the beer garden area, but it looks just like a reading light or a night light or something. It doesn't look like the many lights of, oh shit, I've noticed something.
Okay.
But you are aware that there is someone in that building.
Okay. So I'm just going to tap Magnus on the shoulder and motion for everyone over where the light's coming from. Can't fuck this up. Can't make a lot of noise. Gotta be cool.
I thought that was the plan anyway.
Yeah, but now it's extra cool.
Okay.
Magnus, I know you have it in you. We got it.
All right.
Through the door. Can anyone pick locks? Tad?
Ugh.
I'm not trying to pigeonhole you here, but
No. Yeah. No, this is Mandy who's unsure. I don't think Tad can pick locks.
You have your key.
I have my key. I'm actually.
I remember you getting us through another door, but I don't remember how.
No, I got myself through another door, and I was pretty sneaky about that. But you will see Tad fish something up from, it's like a necklace from under their shirt. And it looks like a really, really old key, and they're trying to be a bit sneaky about it. It's dark out, so maybe, hopefully, Magnus doesn't see too clearly what it is. It'll just kind of hold it close to the lock as it's testing, almost like you would, I don't know, a metal detector. Ooh, is there a beep?
Yeah. You feel like you can do something here. If you want to roll me 2d6 plus weird, consider it a use magic.
Okay, we'll do. That's a 9 minus 1, so 8.
That's still a success.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are able you are able to use the key to unlock this door.
Yeah, then you'll see the key kind of gets it gets dark and shadowy in a sense, and Ty just puts it in and turns the lock, and it works.
Yes,
and
exactly. So the consequence for the mixed success is you won't be able to use it again for bit.
Yeah.
It needs like a recharge, basically.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah,
so but yes,
I know.
Tad is able to open this door and they push it open. And obviously it is dark inside this building. Because closed warehouse in the middle of the night. Like you've got some emergency lights on, so it's not like completely dark and like the lit exit signs and shit. But for the most part, I mean, it's just a big open room. It's got a rack of freezers against one, like corpse drawers against one wall. God, that is a grim statement. And yeah, like there's like a crematory oven, often like one very well defined corner, and a couple preparation tables around. And on one of those preparation tables in like the center of the room, you can see probably a body. It's covered with a white sheet, but there is something on that table.
All right, Maggie. Oh.
Like, I don't think Magnus would even slow down. He'll just.
Does anybody have any kind of like there is like a supernatural perception? Does that make sense? Like monster sense or something?
I have zone of strangeness.
I think Jian might be able to sense that kind of stuff.
Yeah, let me do this either Zone of Strangers or whatever Jian has.
Jian, go for it. Yeah, mine's just a when supernatural forces alter the environment around you, you get 2 armor against harm from sudden changes to the laws of physics.
Okay.
So it's a little different.
Okay. Does Magnus have anything?
I'm just looking. There's nothing.
Yeah. This is where in D&D I would ask you to roll a perception check. Because like I don't know that, like, to me, read a bad situation is like actively looking for something, right?
Yeah.
Or I would like compare it against your passive. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Could we roll like weird?
Yeah, you could roll plus weird.
Well, my weird move is trust your gut, so maybe
Ooh, tell me about that.
That's perfect.
Okay. So if I roll trust your gut on a 10 or more, the keeper will tell you where you should go. Wherever that is, it will be important. You get a +1 on the way to this place. 7 to 9, keeper will tell you a general direction to go. Take +1 forward as you explore that, or on a miss, and then on a miss, my instinct lead me into danger.
Okay, all right. I'm going to let's go ahead and roll that, and I am going to alter. I'm going to give you some information based off of it. That's perfect.
Okay.
Exciting.
Oh,
no.
that's a 4 failure.
Oh no.
That's a 4.
Noted. Yeah.
Mark experience.
Take XP.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I level up.
Ooh.
Hey.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So, Magnus, you don't even break stride as you come in through the door that Tad has opened for you, and you just kind of bustle over businessy, I'm assuming, because this is your job.
Yeah, this is like a normal. Yeah, just like, oh, okay, yep, corpse, yep.
And yeah, you are next to this. I mean, it's a preparation slab. I mean, the sheet covering body. But there's a body here for sure.
Yeah. Like, he's respectful about the whole thing, but he would just, yeah, like, kind of matter-of-factly, like, take the sheet, fold it back, like, look at the face, like...
Okay, so you take the sheet, fold it back, and there is just, yeah, I mean, an old dead guy on here. He looks like he's already, like, all the preparation is already through. Like, he's pretty much ready for burial the next morning. They just need to, like, dress him and make a couple final preparations or whatever. And Vivian, did you follow him over there?
Yeah.
Okay,
And it's like gun out, ready to just friggin' go if need be.
Would you have picked up like the autopsy report?
We got it, didn't we?
Oh, yeah,
Or no?
No,
No,
you
I
got
don't think
it.
we got
It's
any from the mortuary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like on a table next to the thing.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, as a scientist, she would have instantly been drawn to that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. So, all right, you're flipping through that. First thing that you get on there is like, looks like he died from natural causes in his sleep a couple days ago. Like, there's no evidence of foul play, no evidence of, any kind of sickness. He's just old. He's like 98. He is old as shit.
And we know it's John Daniels. It says
Yes.
that on the report. Good.
Okay.
It does.
Check the toe tag. Just like,
Yeah.
yep, like,
Yep.
like really matter of factly, like, dead people feet, whatever. Like,
Everything checks out. And so, yeah, that's what Magnus, are you going to poke this body?
yeah, like takes his jacket off and like hands it to someone, and then folds his sleeve up. It's like, and it does that same, like, his soul is like one step away from his hand. Then you just like again, like this, it's really specific, like almost ritualistic in the like very calmly, like hand on his forehead, like thumb not over his eye but like next to it, just like, okay, shuts his eyes and just sort of waits for the awful jolt of like, what are we going to find out today? Like, nope.
Okay, perfect. So you do that, and when you make contact, or when your spirit stuff makes contact with this thing, with this corpse, you expect certain results, right? Like, even if it's a different situation like this is, there are certain things that you can reasonably expect every time, but what happens is not one of those things. So you make contact and are immediately aware that something is wrong. Number one, like, he's definitely dead. Number two, his soul has definitely vacated this body, but that something else has moved in the interim. And like, I actually need you to make me a plus weird as this thing starts to kind of react to your presence. To everybody else, this just kind of looks like Magnus is like lost in thought. Oh, that is a 14. Ooh,
Jesus.
good lord.
This is
The best.
what he does, right? This is like, yeah.
Okay, so you are aware of the weirdness of this thing, and like, even though you are caught off guard, fuck this. This thing is fucking with your job. You reach like the equivalent of like just reaching in, grabbing it, and throwing it out. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost an instinctual reaction.
You shouldn't be in here. Out you come. Like, there's no like. There's no like. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It's just you're not supposed to be in there. Like,
all right, now I can actually look. So Magnus, you fling this thing out, and for everybody else, even the emergency lights that are on in here flicker and die, as John's body's mouth like opens up, and this black shade comes pouring out of it. This like almost smoke mist, just and like filling the room. And it's like mushrooming up against the ceiling, and like all the lights are freaking out, all the electronics are freaking out in here.
Hey, Magnus, you good?
that's not supposed to be in there. He's just like,
Yeah, but now it's out here with us.
I don't think it's supposed to be here either.
Jian's gonna stab it.
Okay,
That is my response to everything. I
That is-
stab it.
perfect.
that's, yeah.
A healthy
Stab
response,
away.
especially
I
in this
stab
situation.
it. How do I stab again? It's been a while.
I think you
Kick some
now it's
ass.
actually the posture.
I don't remember what that is.
Roll
God
plus
damn it.
tough.
Brain.
Roll 2d6
Yeah.
Yeah.
plus
Thank
tough.
you.
Unless you have special ass
Yeah.
kicking from being a
An
initiate.
Initiate.
Yeah.
It's a hard word to say.
It is a hard word to say. All right, actually, I need to take our regular break a little early. Give me 1 minute. So let me resolve that roll. Something went wrong there.
That wasn't right.
Something
that went wrong.
there.
That was
something
bad.
went wrong there. Okay, so yeah, hold that roll for a second as you're stabbing it. I will be right back.
Okay.
All right.
All good.
I'll try and figure out what's wrong there.
In the meantime, we can theorize.
Okay, so let me hold on. Let me mark on the recording where we have a break, just so I know.
So wait,
Scary smoke monster.
Okay.
yeah, hovering over that should be, I assume, an 8, right? Like 3 + 3 + 1 + 1. Oh, you might have a modifier in somewhere, +1 instead of just 1 on the sheet. That's making it do strange things.
Yeah, when I click on it, it says input value, and it tells me to put something in, and I'm like, what?
I think that's just if you have a
Have-
+1.
Yeah, if you have
Wait,
anything
let me
carried
try to roll.
forward. From,
Okay.
That was weird.
What if?
it'd still be a 7.
Oh,
Do you have +1 tough?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't add any input value
Okay.
for this.
Yeah, that's the weird.
It's only
like,
if you have like a minus or +1 from like
Okay.
helping or stuff.
Got you.
I miss this game. This is so much fun already.
yeah.
Dancing just on your spine.
Mandy, I just sent you a message.
Ooh.
I'm guessing the answer is no, but I wanted to check.
I'm gonna have to. It would be.
It'd be 3 hours. It'd be very late for you.
I mean, I'm gonna have to check a bit, like.
Yeah.
In other things, I'll get back to you after this.
Yeah, no worries. I just figured I'd put it out there because he was trying to get the same group back together for that one, but I was like, the only problem with that is the time zone thing. So I wanted to double check with you.
Yeah, I live in such a dumb. I mean, it's not much dumber than other European time zones, but as someone who like talks a lot with people in the U.S., it's not a good time zone, and it makes me mad.
You should have seen us scrambling yesterday because with Julia in Australia, and they just did daylight savings, but they go the opposite direction with daylight savings.
Yeah.
So she was like, "It's 4 in the morning." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, that happened to one of my Australian friends as well. Like the exact same. She also had to wake up at 4 in the morning suddenly. Was not great for her.
It was. She was just like, "I can do this today," and then I'm like, "No, we'll fix it. I promise." I felt so bad. Oh
You
my
good,
gosh.
Aki?
Yeah.
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 Good.
Yeah. I zoned out.
It's okay.
You're good.
It's okay. I do it too. I hug you, my sweet friend.
Sorry.
So, yeah, it's good to be back.
Okay, so we have
Heck yeah.
freezers and stuff, and a big oven for toasting a body.
It's not an oven. That's not. That's. It's not being prepared for a meal. That's not a.
I'm just trying to. I'm very bad at paying attention, and so I'm trying to recall our surroundings in game.
Cat.
Kitty cat.
Cat.
Kitty.
Baby.
Oh, it's a good kid.
Sweet baby.
She's a very sweet baby.
Aww.
Baby.
Just had to
I'd bring the
eject
bunny
one of
over here,
mine
but
because
she'd
he wanted
probably
to
kill
chew my
me.
headphones.
Well, that's the best part, chewing on headphones.
No,
You're right,
no.
Oh, I need to feed you. Oops.
Oh,
I'm gonna grab a glass of water. Be
there you
like,
go.
right back.
Yep. Boom. Boop.
There you go, lady. Eat
Uh,
your food now.
Play
Eat your food.
Monster of the Week. And ooh, natural 19. Yeah, he hits.
So, so far I've leveled up twice. But I have
Jeez.
no
Yeah,
experience.
same.
Damn.
Same,
Yeah.
actually.
Twice and then 0 XP, yeah.
How's everyone else looking on levels?
I have only leveled up once.
Okay.
And
I
I'm not
have
even close.
0 experience.
I have one.
We got some from the end of the other games. You should have 4. Well, you leveled up once and then you're on 0.
Yeah, I probably leveled up.
Oh,
Hi, bunny. Hi, bunny. You're a bunny.
just get to 6 and then we can retire.
yeah.
Can I show the bunny? Let's see. Let's see if
Speaking
I
of
can show.
that, I recently got my hands on the book rules for Heart the City Beneath,
Oh,
which is like
yeah.
Yes.
it's so cool.
It's very cool.
What is that?
It's Grant Howitt. He makes a bunch of role-playing games. He recently made one that's like a body horror fantasy thing where you play as people who delve down into a city beneath the earth, and the deeper down you go, the weirder it gets because you get closer to the heart.
I'm in.
Uh,
Hulu. Yes.
I like that.
Lovecraft.
So the game has like a bunch of classes and a background, which is how you progress in the game. You like select which background beats you're trying to achieve next. So you have like small beats that take like a session to complete. So that's something like one of them has like, teach someone about what your order stands for if you're a pennant. And like a harder thing might be for the adventures, could be stuff like reach the third tier of the heart. And that like whenever you hit the beat, you gain a new power. And at the end of it all, you have like these huge beats that give you and like a super big mega power. Like one of the classes can just become an angel, and so they gain like angelic power and deal a shit ton of damage with every hit. And then at the end of it all, their god comes and like claims them to be part of her, and the character is gone forever.
Oh my gosh.
That's insane.
Ah.
I do like the like short, medium, and long term things. Like Burning Wheel has the like 3 kinds of advancement point you get depending on how like.
I've heard a bunch about Burning Wheel. I haven't played it, but it sounds very cool.
It's so complicated. in all fair, it's very good, and it has like everything that you do has like a sensible skill that applies to it, and you can fork in other skills if you have like another related knowledge. Then you can have like a +1, but then it also means you are keeping track of so much stuff. Like,
yeah. My favorite of the like finishing moves or finishing powers for the character. I have 2 favorites. One is like, I don't remember exactly what the class is called, but it's like you play as a clerical dude who's like in a massive amount of debt. And one of the like finishing moves is you pay off your debt and now you can go home and like live happily forever ever after. And like, that's sweet.
You can just retire. Like,
and then you have one of my another class is like the Vermilion Knights, and they basically are knights who have affinity for a weird train system that's in the city, and one of their 3 finishing moves is they etch in ancient timetables and in Angel Blood and like put up light signals that in colors that nobody can see, and then they summon the last train, and it like comes crashing through the most destructive path towards them, and then you get run over and die.
Wait, what's this cool thing you're talking about?
It's a game I released super recently that I backed on Kickstarter. It's called
What?
Heart: The City Beneath, and it's like I've just been skimming through it, but like it's so cool, and I love the goal of the game is to like every character has a built-in goal, and it ends with them not being an adventurer anymore, and you can pick up and play a new one.
Wow. The resources are in chat, Mandy.
Ooh,
Because I got it too. I just haven't had a chance to look at it. So now I'm just like,
Oh,
ugh.
Yes,
This
who's
looks
excited?
so good. Yeah, I'm like,
Well, Grant Howitt's the one who writes all those one-page RPGs.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, Honey Heist and yeah, all of that.
Oh, yeah. He's made a lot of them.
He's made a lot of them. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
But yeah, this one is very big and very cool. Like, this is the kind of game I both want to run and I want to play, while other games are more like, I just want to run them or I just want to play them, but this is like, both seems incredibly fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
If you ever do, I'm in.
Holy.
Same.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My favorite class is the Deep Apiarist, which is like a person that has filled their body with bees.
Wait, what?
Yeah, your whole
Bees.
body is full of arcane bees.
Bees.
I can be a hive.
I have a friend who would love that.
Yeah.
Bees.
You can literally be hive.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
Grown.
Like maybe
Oh,
Nick would
that's-
love
I have no regrets.
That's awful. I love it.
Yeah.
that.
Exactly. Oh,
My favorite power they have is the one where while your body like sleeps, your mind powers your bees, so they move your body for you, and you can like walk around while sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
That's so
I'm
creepy.
telling
I
myself
love
about
it.
Creepy and amazing.
That's so scary. I love it.
I love that one of these like Zenith abilities is to activate the ability, die. That's the. Wait, what?
Me too. Honestly, every day.
Pardon? What? Just like.
Yeah. It's just, it just looks so cool.
What the hell?
Oh no.
The art is so cool.
Yeah, I love the art. I haven't even read like past the class and like character description stuff. But just because it's like everything looks so cool, and I keep rereading it to make sure that I actually read correctly, and you can do these cool things, and you can, and it's awesome.
Ooh, this is a cool system.
Yeah. It's one of the better indie
Ooh, yeah.
ones I've seen in a long time. Just as far as
Yeah.
like, even just the concept of it when it was on Kickstarter, I was like, holy crap. And all of the soundtracks that were made by Tabletop Audio for it are really good.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I haven't downloaded the soundtrack yet, but I probably will.
They're
Okay.
in that folder if you want them.
Yeah, I mean, I have it from my.
Oh, okay.
my-
I wasn't sure if it came with all of them or like.
Yeah, no, it came with
Nice.
the thing.
Nice. They're very cool. I was flipping through a bunch of the music that I've got for games, and I was like, oh, well, that's nice and creepy. So it's it's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. I want to play so many of these cool horror RPGs.
Yeah.
When Scene Quest was going on and people like made a bunch of like smaller systems, I backed like 5 horror games.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, and like, well, not all of them. Not all of them were horror games, but a lot of them were. And I think the one I'm most looking forward to is They Feed on Fear, which is a game where you play the monsters.
I love.
And like,
Oh,
I love horror so much.
that's great. Okay. Oh, I did see the preview for this. Okay. Because the art is very specific.
Hmm.
Oh. Oh. Oh dear God.
Ooh.
It's no eyes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any eyes.
That sounds like a good thing.
Huh. Huh.
But is it Pan's Labyrinth? Do they have hand eyes?
Less
Ugh.
eyes makes more room for teeth.
That's true.
Oh god.
Or if you're Alex in our charity game, you have an eye full of teeth.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
A wonderful visual.
Yeah, that was pretty great. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I got so
This-
emotional from that game.
This might be a deep cut to like some very weird film. I remember there being the eyeball, but it was like the tunnel spider's end of a tunnel. It wasn't an eye, and it like folded up, and then it was like the mouth. And I cannot remember what it's from because the kid says some stupid thing about tunnel spiders, and then just fucking the eyeball fully folds into the roof of the mouth, and then it's just like
Ooh, that sounds really familiar. What the heck is that?
like I can see. I just remember being like, it's such a clear like foreshadowing. Like starts talking about the like, oh yeah, they have a plug at the end of their web so that like nothing notices, and then immediately
No.
I was just like,
Hi, Steve.
I'm here. Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
hi. We're talking about eyeballs full of teeth.
Ooh. Ooh, that was so creepy. Oh, that was so gross. Ugh. Oh, that was so gross. That whole game was fucking amazing.
That was amazing. Y'all knocked it out of the park. Whew.
Yes, what's amazing is that was one of my most pants games in Monster of the Week ever. I don't understand how that was so good because I was like,
You had really
that's what
good
happens.
players.
yes, lots of flavor. All right, I'm ready to pick back up. I'm
All right.
good if everybody's here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Slam Banners assemble. I don't know why I said it in an old man voice. That's the every time that Tad gets in the van, there's an old man across the street that yells that.
In my
We love
day,
you,
I
Ted.
hunted monsters too. Go get them, kids.
I'm going out and looking for more of them.
You damn demon
shaking his
turkeys.
stick like.
Like,
Make sure you stay off that lawn and get my brakes. Anyway, Old Man Jenkins. An Old Man Jenkins is going to be revealed to be like the big evil.
no, how could
course.
you?
He's just like a wizard in disguise.
Yeah.
It's like walking stick with some crazy like staff with a heart on the top, like just like.
Yeah,
I
he just
am
knows
the red
everything you're doing with,
necromancer.
like, he's just like,
It's like, oh god, he's shuffling past the window in his dressing gown again. It's like robed with crazy like.
Yeah, it's just filled with, like magic runes and summoning circles. Anyway, all right. So I am not mistaken. Jian was stabbing darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the only way to approach darkness.
Stab it. No, that's not. No, there was a number. That's a number. Okay.
We got a number
Um,
this time.
So what
Yay!
did you? What was it like? A kick some ass, or what was the actual?
Yeah, kick some ass. I wanted to stab it.
Okay. I'm sorry, just like the juxtaposition of kicks an ass. I want to stab it with your voice. Got me good. It's like the nicest thing I've ever heard. Okay, so anyway, you stab at the darkness. What are you stabbing it with? Tell me about your.
My spear.
Is that thing holy or something?
I don't know.
Okay, let me look. I might have your sheet up in here, and I can check. Character sheet. Because that is going to be relevant.
It's like the thing in Outlast where the person has the big cross they stab people with.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. This is like Humblewood levels of happiness for murder. Okay. No, it's brilliant. It's amazing.
full like happy tree friends.
Okay. So I don't see. I'm just looking at your sheet real quick. I don't see anything like holy or anything like that. So basically what happens is you stab out at this darkness and you like put your spear like up into it, but it grabs your spear and like jams it back into your chest. So you are going to take actually one harm as you and the shadow are kind of like fighting over the spear.
Oh, dang.
It's mine.
Give it back.
As you're doing that, it is actually the giant mass of shade that has kind of like expelled out of this body and collected along the roof, convalesces back into the center and takes shape into this vaguely humanoid shadow figure that is still wrestling with you for control of the spear.
I wanna take my bat and just get it on the head real hard.
Okay.
Is there a head?
Well,
Yeah, roll to kick some ass.
yeah.
Is there, I'll make a head.
3!
Oh no.
No.
Oh, that's not great.
Nope. But I leveled up.
You level up.
Assuming you live. This is the...
So
Assuming
you
live.
swing your bat at this thing's head, this shadow's head, and it also grabs your bat. It's like a shadow thing, right? It doesn't necessarily have a predefined number of hands. It's a weird sentence. But yeah, it like whatever this thing is grabs your bat and redirects the force so that now it's swinging at you and just like conks you in the head for how much harm does that bat do?
It's only one harm.
Okay, for one harm, but you are knocked prone as this like
Ow!
yeah.
I thought that'd go way better than it did.
What are
And
the
now it
tags
has
on a-
the bat.
What are the tags on a baseball bat? Is it like messy or clumsy or anything? Like,
Probably.
It's one harm hand, so it doesn't say much about it.
Yeah,
Close
it's
enough.
just a bat. I would assume close melee. Oh, hand. There
hand,
you
yeah.
How about the rest of y'all?
I'm gonna move forward and I'd like to try to use protect someone and try to get in the way of this thing and hold it back from Jian.
Mm-hmm.
Jian's just like pulling at this spear, like, give it back.
Okay. So roll to protect someone.
So I'm actually gonna use Never Again as my move, which means I roll a 10. Plus 2, which is a 12. So
Damn.
it's that special move that I really, really like.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's, the only thing I can't do is choose suffer little harm, so I'm actually going to hold the enemy back.
Okay. Cool. So you like trying to think of the best way to hold them back.
Being on the end of their spear.
Yeah. It's so like normally like I would say like, oh, you tackle it or something, right? Like you physically, but it's like a incorporeal.
I mean, I'll take the all impending danger is now focused on you if I'm just like, hey, shadow asshole, get over here. Come on, right here.
Yeah, so I can say that we can definitely, you can shift its focus. Like, it's still holding the spear, but it is no longer actively attempting to gain control of it.
Okay.
But it is going to whirl the bat around to you.
Sure.
And you won't take any harm from that. It's just like now you have occupied its attention.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Can I investigate a mystery? As it like with because he's still doing what he was doing, trying to find out. Like, okay, I've pulled that out. Now I can actually see what's going on in here.
They've got that handled.
Oh,
So what is
no.
that?
Yeah,
Love
go
being on
ahead.
the floor.
He's
Go
still
ahead.
like plugged into the dude. Like, there's no,
Mhm. Yeah.
like I don't know how much he's aware of out here.
I was gonna ask you if he is like back into it, or if he is just so lost in his work that he's like he's in body poke mode.
It's the, like
Can that be the title of this episode?
Yeah, well, I had originally a predefined number of arms, but that works.
I like the thought of the like where his soul is ahead of his body. It's like the massive brain spikes in the Matrix. Like he's plugged into this other layer of what's good. Like I can't see what's happening out here because I'm busy looking at the like soul zone or whatever. Like
You are occupied. Okay.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll to investigate a mystery.
shut up. Did we? I vaguely remember us having a +1 from something Erica did, but I think we used it.
I think you did.
10.
There's shit in that goddamn.
So on a 10, hold.
Okay. On a 10, hold 3, I believe. Need the list.
10 plus hold 2. 1 hold can be spent to ask each the following questions. Like,
You already have the list.
I do. I have it up on the other screen.
Yay! Prepared.
Oh,
More prepared.
Here's a super obvious. Where did it go?
Okay, perfect. So you and I'm assuming that's in reference to his soul.
Yes.
Yes. So you are like kind of poking around, and you get flashes. What are you doing, Cat? What are you doing? Like, what are you actually doing? It's freaking obnoxious, and it's driving me insane. You're just touching everything. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So, she's been driving me crazy the last few days. She threw up this morning. She peed on the floor. Like, I'm getting real and now you're get off the window. Steve's cat time. Okay, so you stop it. You poke this body and you're looking for the soul specifically. Where did it go? Okay. So you like normally there is kind of a almost like a maker's mark, right? For when like one of your kind picks up a body so that you can track. God damn it.
Yes.
So that you can track. She's going after like the strings on the blinds now. It's just this is how she breaks stuff, and I end up having to replace things before we move. Anyway, so there's normally like a maker's mark associated with like your kind, right? That would be like, hey, Magnus picked up this spirit, or Steve, or whatever.
Yeah.
That mark is completely absent from this essence or from these remains. And you don't like have any sort of like, you can tell like, okay, none of my people have been here, but you can also tell that there's been no upstairs or downstairs interference. Like those kinds of energies leave their own sorts of marks as well, but none of that is present in this particular situation. So the most likely deductive option left for you is that he ended up in one of the dreaming seas. And you kind of are able to like poke through and like find residual memories and stuff, things that are like still fading out. But it's been a few days since he's passed, so they're very faint impressions. But what you get are images of like brief flashes of John's life. So it looks like he was a sailor primarily. Like it looked like he was, he was maybe a musician in his youth, but most of his life was spent on ships. And you also have these like, it's hard to pin down, and it's not a place that you would have ever seen before. Maybe you would have heard of it, but like you only see these flashes of this like beautiful, it looks like an island. It's not St. Philbert's for sure, but it's this like lush green, picturesque, like fucking postcard perfect type place. And like through John's memories, you like, there's always people singing, like there's always a party going on. Like you're never there long enough to really get a beat on your surroundings, but like it seems like this is a place that John would think of frequently. So that's not the direct answer, but it is an answer.
Yeah, it's like the kind of information that you would use to then, yeah.
Okay, so you have another question, I think.
Yes, and my other question is going to be looking at whatever, like, damage or, like, internal marks has been left behind by the thing he pulled out. What sort of creature is it that was hanging around in here? Like...
Got it.
It's that thing of, like, I pulled it out. Wait. Oh, God. What have I just thrown out? How dangerous is this thing? Like...
So the marks that, yeah, now that you're more conscious of that, the marks that are here are human marks. There's no other way to say it. These are like some human magic user was fucking around in here. And you can see like evidence of it is sloppy work. They're like the thing that you just pulled out was trying to do what you were just doing, and like kind of file through the memories that were left over after John's passing. And like as you're kind of becoming more aware of that, you have this realization of like, oh, this is a shade. This is like a summoned creature.
Set it on the chase.
Yeah, someone set it in here to try to like poke through his, basically do exactly what you just did and like mind meld to get some piece of information out of his dead head. And you interrupted it in the middle of it. But you can also tell that whoever sent this has been in his head before. Like in not this in a more direct way. Because they have left like the marks of human magic everywhere. They're not good at covering their tracks.
They weren't expecting to ever be followed.
No, they were not.
I was like, oh, good. Yeah, that's my two questions.
Mm-hmm. But this shade thing is bound to whoever summoned it. So whatever it was doing in here is a directive.
Yeah.
Directive.
Okay. Yeah, that's my two.
Okay. So to recap, back outside the body, Vivian has drawn the shade's attention. Tad got knocked prone by baseball bat, and Jian is still trying to get their spear out of the shade.
I'm playing tug of war.
Yeah, playing tug of war with it.
Yeah, with a deadly weapon.
With a deadly weapon. Erica, what's going on with you?
That's a great question, actually.
I was wondering that.
Yeah. So, actually, where is Erica at the moment? I feel a bit.
Yeah, so
Okay.
y'all all came into that came into like the processing facility
Right.
together. So Magnus is over like in the middle. I'll make a couple marks on here to make this a little easier to keep track of. So Magnus would be like probably over here in the middle area, and like the shade, all the shade stuff would be going down more over here, if that makes sense. So wherever Erica would be.
I feel Erica's probably. Probably like close to wherever Vivian is, since they were researching stuff together before going here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Vivian has drawn the attention of the shade towards her, which is inadvertently towards you as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
I mean, I'll probably like pull a knife. I'm not gonna use it because but it feels safe to have something in my hand. Even if you can't stab a ghost or a shade. You know, and like
be at the ready.
Yeah.
Okay. You can definitely also pocket the autopsy report while you're here if you want to take that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna pick that one up.
Dope. I'm gonna write that down.
That's one for the conspiracy wall. Just
yeah, there's another one for the. All right. Well then. All right. So you've got the autopsy report. You're standing at the ready with Vivian. The shade has, like, turned its intention entirely y'all's direction and is actually going to start moving towards you, like wildly swinging with Tad's stolen baseball bat, like just kind of, and like also tugging Jian's spear along. If Jian, if you would make me another kick some ass roll to see if you can regain control of that.
Okay. Go.
Nope.
It's a 9.
9. Hey.
Okay, so it gives you like one more bad tug, and you're going to take one more harm, but you are able to like rip your spear back out, and regain control of your weapon.
Yay!
All right, but that kind of frees up the shade, and it's now moving back towards Vivian and Erica a little faster. Like, swinging the bat. What do you want to do?
Can I try to like kind of crawl over to Magnus and just like tug on his leg to get his attention, bring him out?
You don't even have to roll for that. Yeah, you
No?
can just do that.
Magnus! Hey Maggie, are you okay?
It's just like eyes closed, still just.
What have you been up to, John?
Like,
I took it
An
like here's
island.
at your ankle.
yeah. I think that probably would like not snap him out of it, but he's like, "Oh yeah, right, no, yeah, they can't stay in here."
Yeah,
Like,
he's becoming more aware and conscious.
The shadow stole my bat.
Dad, the shadow stole my bag.
Dad!
Make him give it back.
Dad.
like blinking and looking down at like help.
The shadow hit me in the head. Kill him off.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
Is that your whole thing? Is like, wake up.
I'm
We
just
need
gonna
you.
watch.
You're starting to become more aware that your help may be needed
Yeah.
back in reality.
Hmm?
Vivian, Erica, the shade is advancing towards you. Do you want to do something about that?
God, this is real stupid. Can't. And I'm just gonna fuck it. Fire in a shotgun blast and see if I can hit this thing.
So I have to ask this question though: does Vivian carry like just in case magic shit? Like I would assume that with the always prepared nature that we've set up for her, that like you probably have like magic bullets or something in your back pocket just for this occasion.
I wanted to ask that because of the weird science thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, do you want me to roll on that, or?
Yeah, let me.
I love the thought that you just like silver, nope, salt.
Nope. Yeah,
nope,
like a little
iron,
pouch of.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is
Yeah.
like
just got like
Yeah,
different
yeah.
color Sharpie like crossed on the
So-
back, like green, nope, red. There it is.
Yeah.
for when you create or adapt a device to
Right.
analyze or deal with. So roll plus weird.
God. Okay. I'm not terrible at this, but still. Okay, 7.
Okay.
So.
So you pick a requirement,
Okay.
and I pick a second. So on this one, I'm just gonna say that you only have like 6.
Okay. Mine would be that it needs a rare or weird material, because that just makes sense.
Cool. So yeah, you got a rare, but like, and let's just this all happened previously.
Okay, yeah. It's one of those
So
things
you
that,
have
you know.
these now.
Yeah, okay.
Well, and that works out perfectly with what I said because you could only make 6. But so these count as like, let me grab
Let me mark that
so
down.
many books.
I know.
What is the weakness for a shade? Holy water, maybe, or
Don't you have the smite thing that makes you a weakness?
I do, yes.
He does, yeah.
Everything I touch.
Nice. Yeah, because I'm gonna Constantine this shit out, so
Yeah, my shotgun is real dangerous as far
I
as
love
like,
it.
I guess that's not it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, her
Oh,
thought
there.
process is the entire idea of us needing to get in and out quietly is out the window because there's active harm being placed.
Okay. So
I mean,
these
it's
are
fine till you fired a shot. Like,
That's all
isn't
she's
it
got.
tag? Pretty sure they're loud. Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
three. It's 3 harm, close, messy, loud. Yeah,
oh god.
yeah for the shotgun, right?
yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So the slugs that you were able to make have the tags magic,
Okay.
forceful,
Ooh.
and close,
Yeah.
and messy. All the other regular shotgun tags for sure, but
Beautiful.
definitely those.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
God. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm just like fumbling around in my pouch. No, werewolves, vampires, no. Thing that I don't know what it is. Magic, sure, why not?
Okay. So roll to act. I guess it's close enough to kick some ass. Roll to kick some ass.
Hell yeah. Come on, baby. All right, 9.
Okay, dope. So you are gonna take 1 harm
Okay.
as it hits you with the baseball bat, but you are absolutely able to get off a blast with this shotgun. And like, so we talking slugs or buckshot here?
This is probably slug. She's not a fan of buckshot just because of the way that it could spray and hit someone innocent.
I would imagine that the only monster hunting use for buckshot would be like silver for werewolves and shit.
Yeah, like if you're in the woods and crap like that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you got slugs. So you double barrel, right?
Oh,
We talking double
fuck
barrel?
yeah.
Sawed off.
Yeah.
With the Terminator shock. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So
I'm a Sarah
Mad
Connor
Max.
this shit.
Full on,
Yeah.
like.
full on market. Okay, so you absolutely like you cock the gun and you blast 2 holes straight through this thing. Like visible areas where you can see through the shadow that like hang out.
Gross.
And it like doesn't make any sound, but it kind of twists and contorts in this like manner of pain, and it drops the bat as after it swings at you, as the mass sort of seems to recede in on itself. And it looks like it is no longer in the fighting mood.
Yeah, if you're worried about that, buddy, you gotta check out my friend back here, and I just point at Magnus. He'll fuck you up.
It definitely looks like it is convalescing into itself, though.
He's still gonna fuck you up. I don't care.
collapsing. If
Jian's gonna stab it again.
Damn
You
it!
try to stab it again.
Yeah.
Kick some ass.
Okay.
do I have... Is the only conversation thing manipulate someone? Is that the only?
Yeah.
10!
Woo!
Okay, great. So you are able to stab into it as it is like focused on Vivian's shotgun blasts. How much harm does your spear do?
It does 2 harm.
Perfect. Okay. So you stab into it, and not as starkly as it did. Cat, what are you doing? Cat, what are you doing? You better not do what I think you're about to do. You do that, I'm gonna kill you. Not really. I'm just gonna put you and your cat 3 out. I'm gonna be
Your
very
timeout.
pissed off.
Cat timeout.
Cat. All right. I swear to God, she was about to shit on the floor right in front of me. I swear to God, killing the dramatic moment. But anyway, so yeah, you stab into it, and not as starkly as it did with the shotgun shells. You see like a small area of it, like kind of fade out and disappear where you stabbed. But with that like secondary source of harm, the thing absolutely like is making for the vent. It is trying to make itself scarce and flee.
Agnes, it's getting away.
Yeah, no, I think he's with it enough.
Yep.
Like it doesn't take the time to grab the shotgun or whatever. It's just like a dead run across the room and plants his hand on it. And
Good, because I don't have a Ghostbuster trap. You need to do this.
I guess
Let me check your sheet. I've got it up here.
counter. Yeah, your unarmed attacks are 2 harm, intimate, hand, and messy. Your always count as a weakness against monsters. Yeah, so yeah, I assume it's just normal kick some ass to. small
Yep.
things.
That is correct.
But I don't have.
Smite comes out of the divine, right? That was like an improvement you picked up.
Yes, I took the move from
Another playbook.
Yeah.
Okay, let me grab it for you. I'm pretty sure it's just whatever attacks you do count as a weakness. I think that's what Smite is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your body and divine weapon count as a weakness against monsters. Your unarmed attacks are too messy and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Right. But I had to chase it, so do I get a +1?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Good catch. Good catch.
Ooh, 8.
Okay. So you are able to do. So here's how it's gonna work. You're not gonna take any harm from this. But the majority of it is gonna get away. So like it is like spilling into like an air duct, right? As you get up to it. Like it is full on trying to book it the fuck out of here. But you reach out and like you because of your nature are able to literally grab onto it where no one else would have been able to. And you are like struggling with it for a moment as it's like trying to force itself away from you. But in the same way that a lizard will, lose its tail, it just lets a piece of itself like rip off into your hand.
Yeah,
But
with a chunk, like...
but it doesn't dissipate. Like you have a handful of this like limp shadow, and but the rest of it spills into the air duct and like goes
away. Where's my coat? We need to go. Like it's just like...
Yeah, we absolutely need to go because shotgun.
Yeah.
Let's move before
We
someone
can
comes.
interrogate the shadow in the van. Let's go.
just like holding it with his hands like
Like a firefly. Just like, are you in there? Are you still there?
It's almost like holding just like a pillowcase or something, right? But like it's not fibery. It's just shadow.
Yeah,
It is
we're
not
booking.
normal, yeah.
Okay, you're booking. So are you still trying to not make any noise?
That'd be kind of hard now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we're just focusing on getting out of there.
Yeah, this is a go, go, go.
This is a go go
Yeah.
go. Be
Can
damned.
I look around? Like as soon as we come out, can I look around to see if there's anyone, seeing any movement from the window?
Oh yeah, the
that was
main
lit,
the
or...
main house lights are all on now.
Whoops.
And
Guys, let's get the fuck out!
it looks like someone with a flashlight is coming back
Oh,
towards
fuck,
this
we
building.
need to go. Whoopsie.
Guys,
It
Yeah.
looks like you can
Look.
also tell that it looks like they tried to turn on like the yard lights because like so they
Ah.
have like the beer
Mhm.
garden and like brewery events here, right? Like
Sure.
so there's lights to make this whole area lit up. But those seem to be flickering and really not wanting to turn on.
Yes.
So they are like coming out cautiously with a flashlight. But if the five of you, right? 1, 2, 3, I always forget. 5 of you, go bustling out through that garage door, you can just fucking book it.
let's.
Yep, we're out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If we leave evidence behind, whatever, I mean, there's probably shotgun, like, a blast hole, but screw it.
I mean, we didn't
we
cover
gotta
the
go.
body back up. Like, you had your hand in
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy.
At least
you know.
Magnus is the only one who touched the body, and he's dead.
It's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true, yeah. Like, I
You
don't
stole an
think he was-
autopsy report.
But yeah, like some shit happened.
I love the thought of them running his fingerprints. Like, he doesn't come up anywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
he
weird.
died before that was a thing that people did. Like, it's just like,
Not in any of our databases.
yeah. His blood
Yeah.
type is we
Non-existent.
sure. Like,
His blood type is this can't be right. There's just no
Animal. Wait, what?
it's
Swamp
just always
monster?
like marginal. It like constantly comes out as like in the borderline where you need to run another test because this could be wrong. Like,
They
we've
run
done
his
this
blood
like
test.
6 times. Like
they run his blood test and it's an identical match for like some sample they recovered in like a Jack the Ripper investigation.
yeah, like
And not that he's Jack the Ripper, he just
Right,
happened to
right.
be there.
It
Yeah.
just happened. Yeah.
Jack the Ripped.
Oh my god.
Alright,
Um,
but we're getting out. We're getting the heck
yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah.
So
Out.
you are able to book it, get the van out, and like go. And you thankfully don't seem to pass any uniforms on your way back to where are you going?
Where are we going?
My
Where
house.
are you going? We're going to Vivian's
Let's
house.
go back to
Okay.
my house. Yeah.
sure.
I thought so. I just didn't want to assume.
Yeah, because we can
You-
ask Skullboy.
You can ask Tom.
Yeah.
Bob, Tom, Jerry, sure.
So you, yeah. I almost imagine it's this like I just have this beautiful picture in my head that it's this super awkward, like almost silent. We're running from the police car ride, and like Magnus is just sitting in the back, and everybody's staring at him, and he's just like holding on to the thing, like.
I love that. Oh
Anyway,
my gosh. Do you need
but
like
yes,
a bag? I think I have like a grocery bag back here.
this is a
No,
Kroger bag or a food Puma
There's a
bag.
Food Puma bag.
Yeah.
Reusable. It's a tote bag. Come on now.
No, unless you have like a jar etched in Cyrillic.
Nope.
Like, I don't-
All out of those. I'll make sure I
Just gonna keep
stock
holding on
back
to that
up
thing?
later.
like or Assyrian maybe. Like a like
Sorry. Out of that.
So what was that thing doing in the body? Why did it come out
the same thing.
Johnny?
The same thing I was doing. Someone sent it to find him. Same someone that's poked around in him before when he was, like you guys with the breathing and stuff. Like,
Yeah, we call that alive.
Yeah, not dead.
Yeah. There's really two statuses for most human beings. It's alive and dead.
but some people never really live their life. There's alive, and there's
Okay, I am not having this metaphysical discussion with you in the back of the slam van while there's a piece of a shadow monster thing in a food Puma tote bag. I am not having this conversation right
with
now.
his hat. Like,
Give me strength.
Magnus has just like got the bag in both hands.
Yeah.
Like,
How hurt
This is like a normal everyday thing. What's wrong with you people?
yeah.
Jian, how hurt are you?
I'm fine, just a little beaten up.
Okay, I'm gonna get the med kit out and just try to like bandage you up a little bit.
They're just pretty bad wounds, bruises. I mean, but you can get her a wound back. Get him a wound back for sure.
Okay.
Magnus just like
crack open one of those ice packs.
Yeah, some
Magnus just, like,
ibuprofen.
flat out just like pokes Tad in the bruise from the baseball bat. Like, does that hurt?
Yes.
Like, ow! Like,
Don't do that! I'm driving!
Driving in their
Leave me
van.
alone.
Right, so eventually, despite the vaudeville routine happening in the back, you get back to the Beltran estate. Because Tad like is your lab assistant, right? I assume they have like a gate opener by now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a complicated passcode that recognizes the van's exhaust and tire tread and does all this stuff.
oh
yeah.
gosh.
You have to have a special transceiver somewhere, like in your engine
Yeah,
compartment.
Can't be copied. Yeah.
Mhm.
At least
Mhm.
ideally, you know.
Oh God. Okay, so yes, you go back to you are home.
The slam van has a very unique signature.
Yeah, it does.
If you accelerate too hard, it backfires like full on.
That's actually a good point. Have we ever thought about that? Because it is a very noticeable vehicle, and if it keeps getting seen around spots where bad or weird things happen,
Look.
we're gonna get
I'm-
fucking trapped.
They drove that mystery machine for decades, right? And no one ever seemed to wise up to the talking dog in the back and the whatever was going on there.
Okay.
You would have at least thought that one cop would be like, "Oh, that
Hey.
shaggy dude, I gotta follow that van and see where they stop."
That
like,
van
you know what
smells
I
like
mean?
reefer. Yeah.
That van smells like jazz cabbage.
Jazz cabbage.
That would be the right era for when it was made. Yeah.
The electric lettuce.
I'm changing my name to Jazz Cabbage.
It's a really good name.
Don't do that. Everyone will think it's a weed reference.
Just in the server, just in the server.
Okay, that's
Oh
fine.
my god.
Um,
So good.
God, your dad thought you were stoned, but you haven't smoked the electric lettuce since grade 8. Oh God. Okay, so yes, you are back in you are home.
Yay!
Yeah. So you need a jar. I got like canning jars and shit, but they're
Like
not
a mason
dry.
jar.
Yeah.
Like a canoptic jar. He's like running through the list of like things that might hold this. Like,
Vivian? Does Vivian have Haven? Do you have Haven?
I do not. Erica does.
No,
Erica
I think
has
yeah.
Haven. Erica has Haven. Erica.
Yeah, I have Haven.
Would
With
you-
the gosh, which options did I pick again?
I wrote them down.
Okay.
You have the lore library, and
Yeah, and like safe room.
I think safe room was the third one. So that's from the expert playbook,
Yeah, lore
right?
library and infirmary, and then if I pick again, I'm gonna pick the panic room.
Dope. Outstanding. So that's from the expert playbook, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's also the flake can pick
Oh.
at a haven as an improvement. It's not as good as the expert, but yeah.
Okay, but it's the same basic concept.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you. Because okay, no worries. I'm just gonna use the one in the expert because it's right there. So for Haven, what would you roll? Pick 3. Okay, would you roll me to investigate a mystery at a +1 because you have a lore library in your Haven?
Sure. I'll go ahead and do that.
Excellent.
Yes. And I'm good at this.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I believe.
That's an 8. That's not too bad.
That's pretty good. That's good enough for the piece of information that I'm going to give you. So
Right.
in your research in the library, you have actually seen like online and in probably some of the magazines that you subscribe to, like people that have claimed to build like entrapment jars, basically like a witch bottle, with a mason jar and like a magic marker symbol on the top, as long as the symbol is right.
Yeah, of course.
But you actually know what that symbol is supposed to be.
Okay.
It's any symbol. I will find an actual one, but yeah,
It's like a Star of David's seventh seal style. Like.
Yeah, actually, that's probably perfect. Sure, let's go with that, because that is a pretty classical, like, yeah, I'm down for that. Or no, wait, there's I will find one and show it to you, but like, you know what it is, and you can help them seal this jar.
Of course. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna like turn to the others and be like, "All right, anyone got a mason jar on them, or?"
I have an entire prepper basement. Are you kidding me? Of course.
Well, yeah, of course. Okay.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I'll go run and grab one then. Keep the ghost.
Just like holding it like.
Yeah. And Eric is gonna run to the prepper basement and grab a few jars, and like carry them back up, like, you know, arms filled with like massive amounts of jars in case something goes wrong and you need another one. Yeah.
I'm into it.
And then like they start setting them down on a table, and looks like at the ghost again, and then starts like picks up like what like uses a knife to etch markings into the lid of the jar.
There's some full-on like sacred geometry, like measuring all the angles.
Exactly.
Like,
No, I'm a stupid idiot. I just have to find one that I think. Because I actually have shit.
No, it's good. While this is happening, can I have can I have someone else go grab Tom?
Jian can.
Okay, go bring his whole bed in. He likes being in his bed. Just it makes him less grouchy.
like on a velvet red pillow. Just...
Yeah, it is. It's like, yeah, that's where he stays. And if he's bad, he goes in the box. That's how that works.
You have a system for this.
Yeah, I have a timeout system for this.
Yeah, he just goes, sits, and he gets all sad.
I love the thought that it's like one of those like really old school Victorian. It's just like there's just a corner table with a skull and like a big glass like thing.
And the pillow has like tassels and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you just like lift it up, ask him a couple of questions, put the table back on.
I don't know how visible that is, but there's your symbol.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That is
Yeah.
I for a previous game that I did a whole like I tried to do, I don't know if I did it right at all, but like a rune cast for each party member.
Dope.
So I just
That's cool.
Yeah, Jian will bring the skeleton man.
Yeah, you've got your skull. And you have constructed your, like, oh god, I even apotrophic.
Yep.
Your jar to seal this thing in. So you dump it in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Dump that shadow stuff in that mason jar.
Screw the lid on, like.
Screw the lid on. Sharpie the signal on top. And yeah, you have this thing contained. And Tom comes in. Do you have the box open or closed as you bring Tom in?
Open.
Okay. So he comes in with Jian, and yeah. Oh, hey everybody. I'm just happy to not be in a dark box.
It's a glass
I
box.
know it's. I mean, you could like put a little skylight on it. I could at least like see the world.
It's a
Doesn't
glass
matter.
box.
Oh, it's a glass box. I thought it was like a. I'm sorry.
I was
misunderstood.
teasing him. I was like, you're being dramatic right now.
The
Okay.
dark box is the punishment, and
Yes,
the
exactly.
open box is the you've been a good boy.
That's fair. I assume you have some kind of question for me. That's really only why you bring me out of the office.
Just point at the jar.
I mean, it's a shade. What? He kind of hops like on his little cushion to like look at Magnus. He should know all about that.
It was in Mr. Daniels.
Oh, somebody was poking around in there.
Do you know why they would want information from him?
Well,
He did have, that golden fiddle from the devil. Something like that is very useful in lots of different kinds of magic. None of them are good.
he's also one of the few beings in probably an epoch to make a deal with the devil and win.
Oh,
so
yeah.
to speak.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He might not have led the best life on Earth, but, from my understanding, while he was dreaming, he was a pretty active man. So it makes no surprise to me that someone would want to poke around and see if there's any of them secrets left in his brain case.
Well, whosoever was poking around in there had been poking around before when he was still, and he just like points at the others, knowing that Tom will get it. Like,
Yeah, with the breathing and the yeah.
It's called being alive. It's not that crazy a concept.
If a skull could shrug, he would shrug.
Just a little like side hop.
Jian will say alive is a strong word.
Just tips slightly, like.
So someone made this thing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Conjured it into being.
Yes.
Is there a way to track that back to the owner?
You need magic-y person of your own to do that.
Oh.
All magic carries a trace on it. So this is Tom going to give a brief explanation of the magic system that we've never really touched on because none of you are magic people.
Jian is
But you don't like cast spells and like
true.
throw fireballs and shit. You all have some magical awareness, but like there's not what I would term a mage among you.
Yeah.
He has supernatural abilities, but no wizardy woo.
So Tom is like, yeah. So if you didn't know, this is just the brief explanation. Basically, this works like a manipulation of the underpinnings of creation, right? Like everything has a true name. If you're familiar with that concept, like Magnus has a true name, I have a true name, you have a true name. But you might not even know what it is. I know what mine is, but I'm not telling anybody. Because when you know something's true name, you have complete control over it. And this doesn't just extend to people or beings. This is stuff like fire and wind and lightning and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Some of these are pretty well known. Like you can figure them out pretty quick because, the breathers and the stuff, you write things down all the time. I mean, it's really funny when you try to write like fragments of the true speech of creation into like English. That's always hilarious to read. But yeah, so what I'm getting at here is that everyone that uses the true speech is going to have their own. I wish I had hands because I would air quote. Use their own air quote accent when they are performing these rituals. So you can always track it back as long as you know how to listen properly. You just need to find someone who can listen.
Interesting. So, there's a witch, right, guys, in the swamp.
Oh yeah, Cletus.
Yeah, that's true.
That we were going to go talk about wards, and that might be someone who might be able to help. It was on my to-do list, like, buy groceries and whiskey, but...
I think I gave y'all another...
Yeah, I was gonna say,
There's two.
Yeah, there's, I think it was Erica's friend, Cadence, the art student, who talks about witchy stuff.
The art student. I forgot about. Yes, that was the other one.
That's all I have written down.
Okay. Yep.
Mhm.
Wasn't swordfish kind of magic-y?
Nah, swordfish is more of a
In a very
hacker
different
They're
type.
sense.
computers.
Yeah.
They deal with.
Oh,
In the
right.
Arthur C. Clarke sense.
Yeah.
They've helped me out in the past.
In a Matthew Lillard in the 90s kind of.
Oh, amazing. All right, so
Didn't we reach out to Cadence?
I think you did. I think y'all sent her a text and she was like, "Lulz, come tomorrow."
Yeah,
something.
Basically.
I think Erica talked to her.
No,
Yeah.
Didn't she help with the
Visual
research?
video.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she like totally did because like she was like the voice.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah. I was like a Valley Girl voice. Yeah, like
Oh
just
my god.
just doing like wicca all day, like hashtag wicca life.
Oh dear.
That was yeah.
I love the thought that that's the person that gave Vivian the clue to make the shotgun shells. She had to have an awful conversation with like.
Oh.
Oh my god! So I was like just totally crushing on this one dude over at the lab. And like I was hiding like my grimoire inside like a People magazine so he wouldn't think I was like a big nerd or something like that.
Yeah, but is that like real nerdy or is that like kind of on a soda nerdy?
Oh my god.
Vivian afterwards goes, "I'm going to scream if I have to do it again."
Oh my god. Yeah, like just look at those jeans.
Like, oh my god, your vocal fry is like so on point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're
yes.
welcome.
You can either go to the
Their afterlife is just one indoors forever.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
I hate going
God.
to that floor. I hate
I
going to that
hate
floor
that floor.
every time.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone wears oversized sunglasses
Mhm.
and drinks Starbucks.
Uggs in the summer.
Oh my god.
Just my Uggs. Like they're just the best for when I'm drawing like a ritual circle because like oh my god they're just so comfortable. And I just have to like walk around in that stupid fucking circle for like hours drawing all them little tiny symbols and stuff and like making sure like each fucking grain of salt is in like the right space like whatever.
What are we talking about?
And then they accidentally summon Cthulhu, and it's no good.
And there we go.
Okay,
And the
all
world
right,
ends.
all right. So back on point. Yes, you have several. I don't think y'all have ever actually gone to talk to the Swamp Warlock.
Oh, right.
You
Cletus.
have Cletus. Yes, Cletus. You have spoken to Cadence before, but I think Erica either texted her or called her or something.
Wasn't Cletus going to help me with like wards and stuff
Yeah, we were talking
Yes.
about wards.
so that my mom doesn't get
Yeah.
involved?
Yes,
So, I mean,
it is still the middle of the night for the record.
oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you should
Yeah.
have probably, sleep.
Yeah, where you close your eyes and you drink.
Yeah, practice death. That's.
Wow.
I
Wow.
couldn't believe-
Oh my god.
Oh, I practiced it every night.
That is dark.
Well,
Wow.
I'm excited to go to bed tonight.
Yep, I know, right? How about, well, okay, I know that, Tad, you like to go back to your mom's house just to not leave her alone, but if you all want to stay here, obviously the invitation's open. The place is warded out the wazoo, so. And the
Yeah,
dogs
I
are
think-
here.
I'm actually gonna head home for the night. Actually,
Okay, just be careful.
I will.
Jian will. Oh, what will Jian do?
Jian will stay the night,
Sweet. Slumber
and
party.
Jian will go into a corner, like Blair Witch style, and just switch out their mask for their sleeping mask, and just turn back around and be like, "Hi."
Love it.
No one can see their face.
Beautiful.
Not allowed.
All right.
Amazing.
I think Magnus will probably go and put in like a shift on his actual job. Opens the door and is like, "I'll be back in 9, whatever you people call it." Just like,
9 little hour ticks. You
Yeah.
know.
Mm.
Mhm. Okay, so you go work. And everybody
Go,
and
go and collect normally dead people. Like,
yeah, after today, you probably just need like the regular stuff to
Yeah.
feel normal again. What is Erica doing?
Probably like at home and doing magic research of their own in the lore library.
Okay, good call.
Yeah, I'm trying to like see what the books here might hold, and if anything is of use in tracking down who summoned the shade.
Yep, that sounds good to me. You're trying to get like more of a handle on like the specifics used here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, I got that. Okay, perfect. But you all basically go to your corners and so on and so forth. Okay, so nothing happens with Vivian or Jian because you're both at Vivian's warded house. But
Oh no.
Tad, Erica, and Magnus. No, not you. You don't dream. What am I talking about? Yeah. So things are going to happen to you when you sleep. So let me start with Tad because you were just telling me you took that Destiny's Plaything.
Yeah,
in the chat.
for my level up, I've taken Destiny's Plaything from the Chosen,
Oh, God.
which means that once per mystery, usually in the beginning, but I took it like right now, so it's happening now. I'm gonna roll weird and see if something is revealed about my immediate future, and it takes shape of prophetic dreams. So, well, that's a 6 because I have a -1. So something bad's gonna happen to me.
I need a minute to think about it. Because, yeah, like you said, this was the improvement you took on the level today.
Mm-hmm.
I need to think about what that is going to mean. Because something bad is going to happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like putting it in context of like Duck Newton, Destiny Plaything
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning of each Adventure Zone they did when they were doing Amnesty. And I'm like, what should I fucking give you? Hang on. Let me check something. I actually don't need that because it's useless to me now. How do I do this?
While you do that, I'm gonna go get some milk, so I'll be right back.
I'm gonna get some coffee real quick.
Yeah.
And I will come back with an answer.
Yay.
I will be back in 2 shakes.
Sounds good.
We're gonna take a little break, maybe.
Yeah.
yeah.
Break time.
48. Okay. I've tried to be better about marking down when we break. So I don't have to scroll through it to find it.
That's always.
Smell food. I'm so ready.
Aw. You can eat on stream, dude.
It's not done yet.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Yeah. Fuck it. I'm gonna go get a beer. It's the weekend. Why not?
Yeah, treat yourself. And I'm gonna get a cookie because I have
Hey.
earned that.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah. I baked yesterday, so I'm excited.
Oh.
And then she made
I'll
cookies.
throw
Wait,
you
no, that's
some
not.
across the ocean.
Oh dear. So now I'm realizing I was very confused. I thought the flake was like the magicy person, and I'm rapidly
Oh.
realizing that's not the case.
Flake is the like conspiracy theorist.
Okay.
So you get stuff like like acting crazy to draw suspicion away from others, or make yourself seem like, oh, you're just a weirdo conspiracy theorist. They can't be doing anything. Like, sure, they're weird, but they aren't doing anything dangerous, and stuff like that. Or
you sort of disguise the really strange in being like average people strange.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
There's one move I think I'm gonna pick next time at some point, or maybe not next time, but at some point where which is suspicious mind. So if someone lies to you, I know it.
Oh damn.
Because I think that sounds like a fun power to have.
I think I'm going to take Dark Manipulator next because I took a thing that lets me use a natural appeal lets me use weird instead of charm, and then Dark Negotiator lets me use manipulate someone on monsters as well as people. So not only will I be able to like look at people and use his weird like wiggly woo on humans, like the next time, like a crazy shade or whatever appears, it's just like, hello, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Oh man, some of the flake stuff looks wicked.
Yeah. I think I've connected those dots for this level up, which is so that's not gonna come into play this session, but whenever we play the next mystery and start and try to finish that up, because it's just very fun.
So Magnus needs to retire before you put everything together. That becomes
Coming up with the end of days plans.
No, I was like, I realized I got mixed up. I thought the flake was magic person, and it's not the conspiracy thing. And Rioja told me they're taking connect the dots, which is like putting wider patterns together. I'm like, oh, so Magnus needs to retire before you put the math of the universe.
Yeah,
It's like, uh-oh.
I have a cat now.
Yay!
Yeah.
I didn't get
God.
a cookie because my mom had made bread.
Oh, bread is good.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I mean, bread's not a cookie. Let's be honest. There's like a
Bread can be a cookie if it's really good bread. I love bread. Bread might be my
Bread is-
favorite food. That is the
I
most
love
basic
change.
thing ever.
Oh.
That is the lightest thing I've ever
Like,
heard.
yeah, it really is. Like
Oh,
warm
God.
sourdough bread, like from the bakery. Oh, that's fucking heaven. That's great. That's just perfect.
Oh, you
It
poor
should
thing.
come as no surprise that vanilla is one of my favorite flavors.
I mean, that is the best ice cream and the best cheesecake. So, like, you've.
Right. Anyway,
Actually, that's not true. Mississippi mud pie is like.
Melissa makes this cake for me like on my birthday every year. It's like an Oreo crust on the bottom and like raspberry. Oh my god, it's the best. It's the best. I've never asked her to get me an actual present because I'm like, that's enough. That's fine. Because I will eat an entire cheesecake over the course of 2 days. It's disgusting.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we are gonna jump into this Destiny's Plaything, and I came up with something. So, you go to sleep eventually, and you dream. You dream that you are alone on a small sailboat in the middle of what looks like an ocean. You don't see like any land, anything around you, and for a while, it's pretty peaceful as you just like move on this boat. And eventually you take sight of something off in the distance, and you draw closer and closer and closer to it. It's very calm and peaceful, all good for the most part. And you draw closer and closer to this island, until eventually it's clear that this is like a lush green, like happy place. Like you see some firelights coming off in the distance. Looks all very happy, good, peaceful, yay, joy. However, you did fail that roll, which means that I get to cut the happy music. As a storm brews up and starts around you. Your boat makes no more forward progress, and you feel yourself being tossed and thrashed by the waves. Being pelted with rain, lightning is striking into the sea around you, until finally you feel a great wave come up from underneath you, and your boat capsizes, and you go headfirst into what is now dark, inky water. And as you are sinking, there's no other way to put that, you become aware that like you become aware that parts of you are not where they should be, in the sense that, like, as you're sinking, suddenly your vision fades to black, but it's because there's something obstructing it. And as you begin to, like, sink faster and faster, it becomes clear that what was obstructing your vision was yourself. Like, you see your corporeal form, like your regular Tad, sinking slower. And you become more aware of yourself as that particular shape that we have talked about previously, with, like, the one eye and yeah, you know what I'm talking about? So you are aware that you see yourself sinking above you, and you are aware that these portions of yourself have been separated from one another for the moment. And eventually, though, you sink far enough that you come above the water. Like, what passes for your head right now breaks the surface of the continually unsettled sea. It is no longer peaceful and happy around you. It is, like, dark and stormy, and you still see, again, no land. But as you are sort of floating here, the sky opens up. And what looks like a giant sun-sized cat eye is looking down at you. Just one. And it blinks. Yeah, it looks like the eye of fucking Sauron. It blinks at you, and you wake up in a cold sweat.
Oh god.
Does Jian also wake up and, like, protect her senses, like, huh?
No, you're in a warded house.
No, but my protector senses are going off.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Your
My
protector
baby's in
senses.
trouble.
Yeah, your protector senses go off.
Your spider
My
sense is
baby's in trouble.
tingling.
Your Tad sense is tingling.
And Jian is gonna call Tad.
Tad? Wait, no, that's not.
Jian is gonna call Tad.
Yeah, they pick up after a few rings, and they sound a bit out of breath. Jian?
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. What, is something wrong?
No, I had a bad feeling.
Uh-huh. I don't think anything's wrong. I just woke up from a bad dream is all. We're timing, just. Shit.
You want some company? I can come back over.
No, it's fine. It's okay. Just go back to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright.
It's all good.
I am
night.
so fucking happy right now.
Why? I'm scared.
I just knew, all the pieces of what to do with that clicked into my head
Mhm.
into one cohesive bit, and I know what all that means. I didn't as I was saying it, but I do now.
That's worrying.
This is great. It was so cool.
Sorry for any loud noises. My bunny is running around like crazy.
It's okay.
Hold on 1 second. Perfect. Okay, so I just had to practice a voice real quick, because it is now incredibly relevant. The last thing that you remember before you wake up, as that eye blinks at you, Tad, is "I hear you," and that's when you wake up.
Did you say see or hear? I couldn't understand.
I see you.
Oh, I
So
see
this-
you. Okay. So
Yeah, I see you, but with that voice.
that's the most unintimidating shit ever.
Good thing it's just a dream.
It's just a dream.
Yeah, it's not just a dream.
just a
Nothing
dream,
bad's
it's
gonna
I'm
fine.
happen.
afraid of nerds. That's why it's in my name. I'm afraid of nerds.
Oh, I was also thinking, because Erica dreamed well. It's been a couple weeks, month, whatever. The last time we did dreams in this arc, I think it was Erica, Jian, and Tad that all
Mhm.
dreamed.
Yeah, we were at Erica's house.
And I think
No, I
Erica
mean-
was the only one that succeeded. I gave you all a plus weird roll, and I would have to go back and check the tape. But I think it was Erica that succeeded.
Yeah, I
That
didn't.
sounds
Yeah.
familiar. Yeah.
Gosh, it's been so
I
long.
mean, we
I
had-
know.
We dreamed that we were on a boat.
You had a
and
very
for
similar
two of us-
dream.
Right.
For two of us, it went stormy and bad, and for one of us, it was good. I
And,
was on the bad one.
You were
and then it was-
definitely on the bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's ringing some bells.
Yeah, and one of you, Aki, do you remember if it was you that had the positive outcome, or was it Erica?
I don't.
Oh God, this is gonna drive me crazy.
I think it was Erica. Like,
I think it was Erica.
I think it was Erica. Okay, I'm
Let's
gonna
go
write
with
that down. Yeah, Erica. Positive dreams. That's what I'm writing down here. So
Hold
If
on,
it's
hold
wrong,
on.
then we just rewrote history.
Hold
hold
on.
on.
I got it. Hold on.
Hallie's gonna check.
So Erica and Tad fall out of the boat. Jian
Oh.
stays in the boat, and the storm clears, and ahead is an island.
Okay,
Oh.
perfect.
So it's
there we go.
Okay,
Mhm.
then
Sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. Then Erica, you have a repeat of that dream. Fall out of the boat.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Jian would is warded right now. And you dream of nothing, unfortunately.
I practice death.
And so, Vivian, that's actually something that I feel that should be pointed out. In your warded house,
Yeah.
you don't dream.
No.
No, you
No.
don't. You don't dream.
There's a very specific reason for that, because she used to have nightmares after Sarah was murdered. And so she spent years researching wards and finding people and building up her whole thing was like, get rich, have no more bad dreams, make sure other people don't get hurt. That was like her whole driving force. So the money, it's a tool for her. It's not like status. For her, it's, I can protect other people from this bad stuff again. So yeah, if she were to dream, she'd probably have a panic attack.
Got it. You probably have like something mobile that you can word yourself with for like if you have to be out of your house.
I would imagine she's got some just jewelry chest of talismans.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Like a Mr. T of amulets. It's just
Exactly.
That's for spooks, that's for specters, that's for ghosts, that's for
Okay.
Yep.
So, dreams resolved. It is the next morning. What do y'all want to do?
clock out. And...
Deliver your last soul. The last one, you know what? I'm going to give you a little set Magnus's mood for this rest of day. The last one that you deliver is an upstairs package from California. And it is just a very nice old ice cream man. Unfortunately, he had a stroke.
Oh,
But it was in his sleep. And all in all, your conversation with him, he proves to be a very kind and generous soul, an exemplar of humanity.
Good baby.
practice death too well.
He tastes like
Yeah.
sunshine on your face.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And with a little bit of Jimmy's on top, if you want to use the northern affectation.
Yeah.
See, I like the idea of doing this, that I can influence your mood by telling the last thing you picked up.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate sim. Magnus is the ultimate sim.
Yes.
You have so much power over him.
It's like if he's had like a good day or a bad day, if all his meals have been like microwave ramen or whether they've been like it's the yeah.
Just wait until the last one is the next one is going to be like Magnus comes back in from the state pen.
Extra
He's been
crispy, just like
he's been eating fucking McDonald's all
That
day.
tastes like murder.
Hey, McDonald's fries are good.
No, that's true. McDonald's does have the best fries of any fast food establishment. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, tell me why. Tell me about your morning, y'all.
Okay. I think Erica gets up pretty early as usual. Like peeks out through the windows to make sure nothing fishy is going on outside.
Morning ritual. Just check the street.
Of course. While they put on like kettle to brew some tea, they're gonna make sure to feed all their cats.
Mm-hmm.
And like check outside if there are any strays that have come by to like pick them up.
Well, nothing this morning.
Yeah, and then like head out into the haven in like that's like an outdoor cellar, and like head down to pick up some more books and like probably like try and find something interesting and then forget about the tea kettle that's been boiling away. And it's probably a fire hazard.
Oh yeah, absolutely fire hazard.
But yeah, like sometimes that's just what happens and you gotta hit the books.
Great. I love it. So for now you're keeping your research going, you're waiting to hear from the rest of the SVs.
Yeah.
Cool. That's a great way. That is a great morning. That's been my morning a lot lately, so I appreciate that. All right. Who will give me what are Vivian and Jian doing at Vivian's house?
Is Jian still in the corner when I get up?
Yeah.
Please don't stab me. Oh God. Very, very gently tap you on the shoulder. I just didn't want to get stabbed. I don't like sneaking up on people. I don't like being snuck upon. I didn't want to scare you.
Jian just turn around like, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm gonna
just as a reminder, the funeral is today.
Right.
Ooh.
The funeral is at noon. It is like 9.
Right. Well, and I was gonna say I'm gonna do the daily round of texting everyone and saying, okay, what's the plan? We got a funeral to crash. Who wants to go to a death party?
Yeah, but Magnus is like at Tad's, just like stood near their bed in like a funeral suit.
So
like,
creepy.
just
So
like,
creepy.
I'm
and,
ready
like,
to go.
And like smiling because the last meal was like the nice, kindly. Like it's just like
So
he stood
creepy.
grinning, like fussing with his pocket watch to like correct the time, but just basically waiting for you to wake up. Like
Yeah.
I'm so happy this is one of the jokes I can make, but it to me, Magnus is projecting the same image as Ford Prefect about to catch a deer.
Oh,
Just
my
a general
God.
love and oneness for all things right before you snap its neck.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Magnus would know that Tad usually sleeps in until like at least noon, but you can't do that today because it's a funeral. And they're actually, when you get there, they're not in bed, and they're actually like in the bathroom putting on some makeup to cover the bruise from the day before.
That's perfect. You're like wiping the steam off the mirror or something, and there's just he's like reflected, just like standing in the looking over your shoulder.
Jesus.
Amazing.
Morning.
And Jian looks back
Yeah,
into
that's
the
the
corner
word
with
for it.
their mask on.
That's what they do at the funeral.
Okay. Are y'all doing anything individually before? Do you want to do anything before the funeral, or do you want to just do that and then go about the rest of the day?
I need to make
Magnus
more
is-
bullets.
You will need some more time and materials for
Damn
that.
it. Okay. Fair enough. It's on the list.
Magnus is being weirdly fastidious about Tad's like dress and like trying to like putting in 2 stitches to like pull in the like jacket slightly.
Yeah,
like,
you probably have to
there's
adjust my
this
suit. Like I have a
strange-
nice suit, I just never wear it.
It's the same one that you got for prom in high school.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
just this strange like perfectionism about the ritual of the whole thing. Like, this
And Tad's is always a project, I assume.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, for Vivian, I have decided upon the material that you have to use to make those bullets.
Ooh.
It is orichalcum.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I like orichalcum.
Yeah, that's great.
That is some Atlanta shit right there.
That's great. Okay.
Jian is actually not going to go to the corner, and they're so tired that they forget to go back into the corner to take their mask off. So, Vivian, you're actually gonna see what's under their mask.
It's just teeth.
Both just teeth.
Damn it.
Just teeth.
And I'm gonna DM you what you see.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm not ready for this. Oh, boy. Oh, my hyperventilating a little
I feel
bit.
very tense.
Oh, boy. Okay.
In the meantime, while secrets are being revealed for everyone, well, for Vivian, me, Mandy, I have bad memory. I don't know why we're going to the funeral. Why are
I
we
guess
going
you
to the
don't have
funeral?
to. I guess you don't have to.
It's
No, I'm just curious because, like, what are we trying to achieve by going to this funeral?
so Magnus wants to go purely to observe the attendees because
Of course you will.
originally it was to give him a clue to like where they might have gone, but now he knows that they've dreamed themselves to death. It's now that thing of, I wonder if.
And I would imagine too that because you have the knowledge, someone was poking around in there.
Yeah, is someone there gonna smell like that shade? Like,
Yeah, it does make sense that maybe whoever's involved would attend the funeral.
well, and because it's not just finding him; it's if he can find the golden fiddle as well. So it's the thing. Like, if in the will, it's like, and to my cousin Jimmy, I leave.
Yeah.
Gotta find Jimmy.
Yeah, it's a good thing to ask around. Okay, thank you. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
Cool.
The reading of the will is the.
Are you all gonna gather at like Vivian's beforehand and go on mass in the van? Or are you gonna? So, as a reminder, I definitely remember this about the funeral. It is not like in a churchyard. John's will has stipulated that he wants to be buried in like a classic style, so they are giving him a Norse funeral in the swamp. They are planning on putting his body in a boat and then like lighting it on fire.
Well, we need to go to the swamp anyways, so...
Yeah, they got special permits for that.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I love the thought that it's one of those like the swamp boats with the massive fan on the back.
Oh, it absolutely is a fan.
Set it on fire and then just like kick it off the shore and just see where it goes.
You know, classically they would have shot an arrow, but they're just going to use like a whiskey bottle with a rag soaked in oil. Some Molotov cocktail.
Okay.
All right.
So
I'm gonna be honest. Maybe the slam van isn't the best thing to take out into the swamp.
No.
Just throwing that out there.
I mean,
Yeah, no, we're not taking. I'm not gonna bring this to Batman, especially since someone might have seen it yesterday. Who knows?
Ding, ding,
It's
ding.
very
I have a Jeep,
recognizable.
so you know we'll be
Mhm.
all right. Okay. So, oh, God, I'm still fucked up from that. So, God damn it. I'm so distracted right now. Which Vivian would be too, and just be like, okay, this coffee was originally virgin, and now it's not gonna be. Are you? You know what? Not my business. I'm just gonna ask. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay, just checking. I'm gonna offer this once, and we don't ever have to talk about it ever again, if you don't want to.
Okay.
You are always welcome to talk to me if you need to talk to someone.
Jian will nod and say thank you.
8. Hey, you want to go while we're waiting on everyone to show up? You want to go fight in the backyard?
You cut out what?
So while we're waiting on everyone else to show up, do you want to go spar in the backyard?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's fight.
Hey, Jian,
Yeah.
I'm just reading through the initiate stuff
Mhm.
again, and I have a question.
Yeah.
So, have we ever done your first move?
I don't know.
When you are in good standing with your sect, at the beginning of each mystery, roll plus charm. On a
Oh
10
no, I don't
plus,
think we have.
yeah. I was rolling through these rules the other day, I thought about this, and it just reoccurred to me that we have never done this.
Yeah.
And it's kind of important. Okay, so go ahead and do me a roll plus charm.
Okay.
Roll plus charm. That is a okay.
No.
Perfect.
Oh no.
Perfect.
Oh no.
That is a fail. That is a
That's a
6.
No.
So,
Mark experience.
let me just mark experience. Let me go ahead and read through this description for everyone. When you are in good standing with your sect, at the beginning of each mystery, roll plus charm. On a 10 plus, they provide some useful info or help in the field. On a 7 to 9, you get a mission associated with the mystery, and if you do it, you'll get some info or help too. On a miss, which is where we are, they ask you to do something bad. If you fail a mission or refuse an order, you'll be in trouble with the sect until you atone.
Oh no.
Oh,
What do I have to do?
So you are gonna go out. You're like walking outside with Vivian bar, and you get a text. Like you have a separate burner phone that you only get. The only people that have that number.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get like buzz buzz and then buzz 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 like a few in a row.
Oh no.
So the first text is a picture of a golden violin. It looks like a really grainy, shitty like 60s 70s picture of this thing like being played by like a middle-aged ish man. And what looks like a seedy, disgusting bar. Yeah, that's my plan. Same. So you have this being text says, find and return, and the text after that has a set of coordinates, which you assume to be like a drop point for when you have the thing. They want you to bring it here.
Hmm. Okay. Oh no.
I love it when y'all fail stuff like this because it just lets me put you in the worst positions.
Oh no.
And with that text, I actually think that might be a good stopping point for today because I know that, Chris, you said you had to dip out right at 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably better to come up a little early.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's today. That's
Woo!
Slam Banners.
We fought a shade.
We fought a shade.
We fought a shade. We got some bad.
You're going to
orders
a
and visions.
funeral.
Go to a funeral.
We're going to a funeral.
Woo.
After practicing death to see real death in action.
Oh
Wonderful.
boy. All right.
That was super fun.
That was fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo.
I miss this game.